XRP has lost a critical support level on the chart at $60. I have been talking about that for weeks. And before I give you my honest opinion about XRP price action, I want to address another serious issue. And this is exactly why 95% of XRP investors are going to get priced out. If you hold XRP, you know people that did this mistake. I hope you are not one of them, because I know the mentality of XRP holders, and that's exactly why I'm recording this video. A lot of you believe that XRP is gonna actually drop to lower levels. I am one of them. I totally believe we're gonna see XRP dropping to lower levels, but here is the dangerous part. I understand your mentality. We XRP holders, we value XRP, therefore we always want to find ways to increase our bags. So the first thing that comes to mind, you sell XRP at $1.40, you set some buy orders at 70 cents, and boom, you just doubled your XRP bag. That sounds perfect in theory, but that's not exactly how it happens. And before I tell you the reasons why this is not a good idea, I want you to stop for a second. I run a private trading group. I give signals. I'm a day trader. Crypto basically flows through my veins. Now, there is one reason why I have not done that. Why do you think I am not selling XRP at $1.40 if I believe XRP is going to drop as low as 70 cents? So if I am not doing that, and for God's sake, this is not a financial advice, everyone's free to do whatever they want. If you want to do it, so just do it. But reason for a second, I am not doing that. The most experienced traders I know in the market are not doing that either. In crypto, it's extremely difficult to time the bottom, especially in the current market circumstances with so much volatility and manipulation. Time the bottom has become practically impossible. It's highly unpredictable, and the chances are, even if XRP drops to 70 cents, even in that scenario, there is a chance your orders are not going to be executed. Exchanges have market makers. They always prioritize themselves to get the best deals and the best discounted prices. And there's more. We are practically entering a bear market right now. Unless BTC reclaims $98,000, XRP perhaps reclaims $2.30. Those were previous solid support levels on the chart and now are acting as resistance levels as well. So now for bearish claims to be invalidated, it's going to be a long ride. It's not going to happen overnight. We have multiple resistance levels on the chart that are building up in the last weeks. So this is not the moment to be selling crypto. Again, it's not a financial advice, but I don't see any points to be selling XRP at $1.40. If somehow you did manage to sell on the top, that made sense. You sold at $3, you did a great move. But right now is the time to DCA. I am currently working out to bring more liquidity so that I can increase my holdings, just like I did 2 days ago when the major crash came out and XRP was actually below $1. Sorry, XRP was actually below €1. That's the chart that I was watching for. Just like I did 2 days ago, and I was live streaming and telling you that that was the moment to actually be buying more XRP. When XRP fell to below 1 on the Euro chart, I was accumulating large sums of XRP. However, many of you are wondering, when should you buy XRP? Well, first and foremost, I think you should already have some XRP on your cold wallets. And of course, I can't give a black and white answer, so this goes according to your liquidity, according to your financial needs. But consider this. Have XRP on the cold wallets and have some extra liquidity in the case XRP price is going to drop, for example, to 70 cents. Then proceed to set some buy orders slightly above 70 cents. You want to outbid other traders. That's how you win on the game. That's why I have buy orders 73 cents, 75 cents, 77 cents. Sometimes that happens through a flash crash, and then you just get some buy orders instantly executed. So from my perspective and my strategy, I'm just working out to slightly increase my XRP holdings. So in the best case scenario, XRP just goes up and actually I have all my bags packed and I'm going to be extremely happy. But if the price keeps decreasing, I'm just going to DCA. I'm going to be buying more XRP because I fully understand where this digital asset sits in the new financial system. So when the bear market is knocking our doors, that's not the moment I am selling. And here is what everyone's missing out. There will come the moments when XRP will never retrace again. Once the utility market is fully implemented, once XRP is the settlement layer of the new financial system, at that point, XRP is going to decouple from BTC. And here is exactly where 95% of investors are going to be priced out, because they're going to have this mentality that they want to increase their bags. They want to sell the top, time the bottom, which is extremely difficult. And by the time XRP is at $10, they're going to be waiting for a retracement to $5. And then XRP is going to move to 20 bucks and 100 bucks. And at that point, XRP is going to completely become unaffordable for the majority of the population. That's why you need to secure your holdings in cold wallets and just forget about this psychological thing of trying to time the markets. I promise you, that's a terrible idea for 99% of people. I have been there when I first got in crypto back in 2017. At that point, you become a gambler, not an investor. You feel like playing the casino and losing your bag and doing everything to actually recover the XRP you lost, and you're gonna end up losing more and more XRP, wishing in the first hand that you never traded at all. And it just puzzles me. I am an experienced trader and I take less risks than the majority of investors out there. And here is the deal, when XRP was 50 cents, it was trading at 50 cents for a long time. It felt like an eternity. I got messages of hundreds of people that sold XRP at $1 thinking it would retrace back to actually 70 or 50 cents again. Guess what? The bull run started, XRP went to $3, it never went back to 70 cents. A lot of people lost massive amounts of XRP by trying to time the markets. So if you enjoyed this update, let me know in the comments, are you bullish on XRP adoption? And if you want to trade crypto without KYC, link in the description. Bitunix Exchange, the exchange partner of this channel. Thank you, everyone. I'm gonna see you in the next video.
You still want a banking license, right? Even though you have this deal with BNY.
Well, yes is the short answer. We have pursued and requested application to apply for an OCC license as well as a Fed master account. We think that the key here for crypto and the kind of decentralized finance, as many people call it, Ripple has been building bridges between traditional finance and decentralized finance. The world isn't going to be taken over by crypto. Instead, we think about how do we take the best of what crypto brings in facilitating faster, cheaper transactions and bring it to traditional finance. That's been at the heart of what Ripple has been focused on from the beginning. This is a step towards that, and certainly getting an OCC license, for those that have said that the crypto world wants to be unregulated, whatever, the opposite is true. You know, I'm here in Washington in part, as you referenced, there's a Senate Banking Committee hearing today. We are advocating as an industry to be regulated. And those that, like Ripple, who have stepped forward and said we want to get an OCC license, in addition to the licenses we have with the New York Department of Financial Services, it only continues to augment that very robust, very compliance-first, trusted partner so that we can continue to use these technologies to benefit consumers.